first race. A condition trotting. These are the trotters for race number 1. Number 1 is Max Mileage, owned by the Harmon Racing Stable, and Harvey Eisman, the driver Drew Monte. Number 2, Barmaid Express, owned by Linda and Robert Kenny, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 3, Royally Raised, owned by the George Ducharme Stable, Campbell Jr., Dixon, and Samedi, the driver Nick Raffam. Number 4, The Fourth Estate, owned by Tato Day and Laurie Dupuis, driven by Tato Day. Lily Bet, number 5, owned by the Kiefer Elite Bloodstock Stable, driven by Sean Gray. Number 6, Just Live Broadway, owned by Mike Eaton and Bob McHugh, Jay Randall driving. And number 7, Billy B, owned by Joe Wheeler, Wally Watson in the sulky. The starter has called for the horses. In motion. And they're off from the inside. Barmaid Express going out for the lead. On the outside, Just Live Broadway. From between horses, Lilybet. Down inside, Royally Raised comes away racing fourth. Right alongside, The Fourth Estate. Gap of 2 lengths to Max Mileage. And on the field, that's Billy B. Paddock turn the first time. Just Live Broadway takes command. Opens up by 2.5. Barmaid Express racing in second. Lilybet has dropped in third as they trot by the opening quarter in 27-4. And as they come by the stands for the first time, Jay Randall has Just Live Broadway on the front end. Barmaid Express tracking in second. Lilybet towards the inside third. Royally Raised is fourth. Next in line, The Fourth Estate up on the outside, Billy B. And true on the field, it's Max Mileage as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Just Live Broadway, she's got the lead by a length. Barmaid Express second. Up on the outside, here comes Lilybet underway from third. Halftime goes in 58 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. Just Live Broadway continues to lead. Heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Up on the outside. Lilybet is second, locked in. Barmaid Express chasing in third. Royally Raised moving up on the outside. Second over off stride goes The Fourth Estate. The Fourth Estate off stride at the back of the pack. They round the far turn. Just Live Broadway shows the way. 3/4 on the board here in 1:27-1. They round the final turn. Just Live Broadway, and she's got the lead. Lilybet towards the inside is second. Up on the outside, Royally Raised racing in third. Towards the inside, Boxton racing in fourth. It's Barmaid Express. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And it's Just Live Broadway showing the way by 2. Lilybet on the outside. Barmaid Express towards the inside. Deep stretch. It's going to be Just Live Broadway in front. Lilybet was second, Royally Raised third. Time for the mile, 1:56-3. Driven to a new lifetime record by Jay Randall. Just Live Broadway, trotting the mile in 1:56-3. And the horses are entering the track for the upcoming Southwind Surge, owned by the DiStefano and Son stable, driven by Joe DiStefano. Number 2 is One Swan for All, owned by Lisa Watson, driven by Wally Watson. Number 3, Chocolate Explosion, owned by Mark Bouthier, the driver Jim Hardy. Number 4, Dixie Slippers, owned by John and Susan Muldoon, the driver Kevin Switzer Jr. Surprise Mission number 5, owned by Lynn and Paul Silva, driven by Matt Athern. Number 6, Dewey Dog, owned by Eric Dixon, driven by Jay Randall. Number 7, Rich's Northern Dream, owned by Diane Dunn and Bradford Valou. John Beckwith driving. And number 8, If I Must, Owned by the Starters Call stable, Bruce Ranger in the sulky. The way back to the starting gate. In behind the gate. And they're off from the inside. Southwind Surge tries for the lead, right alongside One Swan for All. On the outside, 3 wide, there goes Dixie Slippers, also on the move. It's Rich's Northern Dream. Down inside, a Chocolate Explosion comes away 5th. Gap of a length and a half towards the inside. It's Surprise Mission. If I Must Stand True on the field, that's Dewey Dog. Panic Turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes One Swan for All, and One Swan for All on the outside comes on to get the lead. Quarter time goes in 28-4. They're in the stretch for the first time. One Swan for All shows the way, driving up on the outside. Rich's Northern Dream now second. Towards the inside, Dixie Slippers trots third. Southwind Surge fourth, gap of 2. Chocolate Explosion, followed up by Surprise Mission, If I Must Stand True on the field, Dewey Dog, as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Wally Watson has One Swan for All at 9-5 on top by a length. Rich's Northern Dream in the pocket, racing in second towards the inside. Dixie Slippers are close at third. Halftime goes in 57-2. On to the back stretch they go, and it's One Swan for All in command, heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Rich's Northern Dream giving chase towards the inside is second. Length back, Dixie Slippers at the pylons. Southwind Surge racing in fourth up on the outside. Chocolate Explosion followed by Surprise Mission on the rim, If I Must. And true on the field, a sluggish Dewey Dog. 3/4 here in 1:27-1. They're on the final turn. One Swan for All has that lead up on the outside. Here comes Dixie Slippers. Dixie Slippers getting up on the outside, racing in second. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home towards the inside. One Swan for All. Dixie Slippers right on the outside, bearing down, and Dixie Slippers takes command. Far outside, here comes If I Must in deep stretch. Dixie Slippers coming on. Time for the mile, 1:57-2. And the horses are making their way on to the racetrack for the upcoming race number 3, number 1, Sweet Rockin' Gia, owned by Ed Hall and James Hall Jr., driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 2 is Sea Change N, owned by Brett DeRue and Darrell Bullard, driven by Sean Gray. Number 3, Woman in Gold Inn, owned by Robert Kopak, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 4, She Could Be Good In, owned by the Harmon Racing Stable and William Van Way, driven by Jay Randall. Hillbilly Jet, number 5, owned by Katie Flaherty, driven by Matt Athern. Number 6, Ain't No Hollaback Girl, owned by William Emmons, the driver Luke Hanners. Number 7 is Jericho Diva, owned by Jennifer Safford, Drew Monty driving. And number 8, Katie Caught, owned by Bruce and Debbie Espinosa. Mike Stevenson in the sulky. And the gate moves on to the backstretch. And they're off from the inside. Sea Change N tries for the lead. There goes Woman in Gold Inn, sprinting out for the lead. On the outside, Hillbilly Jet comes away third. Sweet Rockin' Gia settles in fourth. A length back towards the inside, racing in fifth. She Could Be Good in, followed by Ain't No Hollaback Girl, Jericho Diva, and true on the field, that's Katie Caught. Panic Turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Hillbilly Jet. Hillbilly Jet draws clear. She leads it by a length as they pace by the opening quarter in 27 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. Hillbilly Jet showing the way, surging up on the outside. Here comes Sea Change In to challenge for the lead. Woman in Gold In chasing in third. Sweet Rockin' Gia towards the inside, up on the outside. Here comes Pocono Downs Invader. She Could Be Good in. On the rim, there goes Jericho Diva, boxed in towards the inside. It's Ain't No Hollaback Girl, and true on the field, it's Katie Caught. Halftime goes in 55-3. They strain out down the backstretch. Sea Change In shows the way, 3 parts of a length. Here comes She Could Be Good in, moving up on the outside. Locked in towards the inside, Hillbilly Jet racing in third, up on the outside, Jericho Diva. Covered up towards the inside, Woman in Gold in. Ain't No Hollaback Girl on the outside, followed by Sweet Rockin' Gia, and still showing the field, it's Katie Caught. 3 quarters here in 1:24-3. They round the final turn, Sea Change In under heavy pressure from She Could Be Good in. Right there on the outside, those two head-and-head, nose-to-nose for the lead. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home on the grandstand side. She Could Be Good in, draws clear, opens up by 2. Sea Change In back to second up the pylons. Hillbilly Jet deep stretch. She Could Be Good in front and going away. Time for the mile, 1:54-1. Stable and William Van Way, trained by Rockin' Rob Harmon, driven to victory by Jay Randall. Driving double for Jay Randall. She Could Be Good in. And they're off from the inside. Stormbringer going out for the lead. Right alongside, there goes Dazzling Lindy. Moving up on the outside, Chapelier comes away third. Down inside, some Big Bank Hanover trots fourth. Length back Barkeeper, followed up by I Have a Dream, Usurp Hanover. And true on the field, it's Lindy on stage. Panic Turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Dazzling Lindy. And out Dazzling Lindy draws clear. Chapelier on the outside. Off stride goes some Big Bank Hanover. Quarter time goes in 28-2. They're in the stretch for the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Chapelier. And Chapelier comes on to get the lead now for Bruce Ranger. Dazzling Lindy back to second. Stormbringer third. Barkeeper fourth. Up on the outside, I Have a Dream. Followed by Usurp Hanover. Length back to Lindy on stage. Way back from the field, back on the trot. It's some Big Bank Hanover. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Chapelier, 3 parts of a length. Driving up on the outside. Here comes I Have a Dream. Now second and challenging for the lead. Halftime goes in 59-3. They strain out down the backstretch. Chapelier with a short lead. I Have a Dream right there on the outside. Those two heads apart for the lead up on the outside. Here comes Stormbringer racing third, locked in towards the inside. Dazzling Lindy racing in fourth as they round the fourth turn. It's Chapelier, 3 parts of length. I Have a Dream right there on the outside. 3 quarters here in 1:27-3. They're around the final turn. It's still Chapelier. Game showing the way by a length. Towards the inside, Stormbringer. Now second up on the outside. 3 wide and gaining ground. Here comes Usurp Hanover. They're at the top of the stretch. They're homeward bound. Chapelier, the one to catch. Stormbringer far outside. Usurp Hanover coming down to the wire. It's still Chapelier deep stretch. It will be Chapelier in front. Stormbringer was second. Usurp Hanover third. Time for the mile, 1:56-4. Lance Hudson, driven to victory by Bruce Ranger. Chapelier trotting the mile in 1:56 and 4. Owned by Sandra Below, driven by Jay Randall. Number 6 is Getting Messy. Owned by Alicia Gray, Sean Gray driving. And number 7, Hot Wheels. Owned by the Shigert and Alley's Racing Stable. Leon Bailey in the sulky. Back to the starting gate. Four. These are the pacers for race number 6. Number 1 is Peppermint Mocha, owned by Paul and Rosalie Vaca, driven by Jim Hardy. Number 2 is Natural Ability, owned by Robert Leslie, driven by Sean Gray. Number 3, Your Mama, owned by Eddie Fournier Jr., the driver Luke Hanners. Number 4, Kitty Russell, owned by Kathleen Brewer, driven by Jay Randall. Too Much Sun, number 5, owned by Brenda Provost, driven by Drew Campbell. Number 6, Mitney Nicole, owned by Katie Flaherty, driven by Matt Thurn. Number 7 is PL Notorious, owned by Ryan Clements, driven by Drew Monty. Number 8, Royalty Again, owned by Richard Knight, Nick Graffam driving. And number 9, Faithful Dawn, owned by Ray Ferguson, Bruce Ranger, and the Sulky. Post time for race number 6 in 5 minutes until post time. And the starter has called for the horses. The pacers are making their way back to the starting. This field is in motion. And they're off from the inside. Peppermint Mocha tries for the lead from between horses. There goes Your Mama right alongside. Too Much Sun also on the move. There goes Natural Ability. Up on the outside, it's Mitney Nicole. Down inside, Kitty Russell. Followed by PL Notorious, Royalty Again. Entry on the field, Faithful Dawn. Paddock turned the first time. Too Much Sun leads at 3 parts of a length. Driving up on the outside. Here comes Natural Ability to challenge for the lead. Opening quarter on the board goes in 28-1. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Sean Gray puts Natural Ability on top by a length. Too Much Sun is second. Your Mama locked in up on the outside. Mitney Nicole racing in fourth, followed by Peppermint Mocha. A length back towards the inside, Kitty Russell, followed by P.L. Notorious, Royalty again. And Drew on the field, Faithful Dawn, as they swing around the clubhouse turn. It's Natural Ability on top by a length. Mitney Nicole going the long mile on the outside. Boxed in towards the inside. Too Much Sun. Halftime goes in 58 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. Natural Ability on top, heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Too Much Sun towards the inside. Right alongside Mitney Nicole, those two heads apart, second and third. Up on the outside, looking to go 3 wide. Royalty again. Locked in towards the inside, Your Mama. They round the far turn. Natural Ability driving up on the outside. Here comes Royalty again. Royalty again moving up on the outside. 3/4 here in 1:27-3. They're on the final turn. Natural Ability with the lead. Shaking loose on the outside. Here comes Too Much Sun. Your Mama looking for racing room towards the inside. 3 wide. Royalty again. They're at the top of the stretch. Homeward bound. 3 of them across the track towards the inside. Natural Ability. Too Much Sun. Grandstand side. Royalty again. Deep stretch. It's going to be Too Much Sun coming on. Time for the mile. 1:56-1. The per 17. These are the trotters for race number 7. Number 1, Holiyama, owned by Michael Moore, driven by Nick Raffam. Number 2, Bluebird Rocky, owned by William Phipps, the driver and Mark a third. Number 3, Remember Titans, owned by the Kellogg Racing Stables and Jackie Green Stables, the driver Jay Randall. Number 4, Freddie Mac, owned by the ADV Racing Stable, driven by Drew Campbell. Beantown Madness, number 5, owned by the Michael Goldberg Racing Stable, driven by Drew Monte. Number 6, Explosive Ridge, owned by Eaton McHugh, Griffin, and Young. Bruce Ranger driving. And number 7, It's Only Money, Honey, owned by the Harmon Racing Stable, Campagnuolo, and the onto the backstretch. 7th race trotters in behind the gate. Number 5, Beantown Madness, off stride and is off the gate. They're off. There it goes. Freddie Mac going out for the lead. Good start for Freddie Mac. Your attention, please. Please hold all tickets until the results are official. Freddie Mac with the lead, moving up on the outside. There goes Remember Titans down inside. Holiyama comes away trotting third. Length back to Explosive Ridge fourth. It's Only Money, Honey on the outside. Followed by Bluebird Rocky and way back from the field. Still off stride, it's Beantown Madness. They reach the quarter in 28 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. Also off stride goes Holiyama. Up front, it's Remember Titans showing the way by a length and a half. Freddie Mac is second. Explosive Ridge toward the inside at third. Gap of 2 lengths to It's Only Money, Honey racing in fourth, followed by Bluebird Rocky. Gap of 2 lanes back, trotting towards the inside, Holiyama. And true on the field also back on the trot, it's Beantown Madness. They're halfway home in 57-2. They strain out down the backstretch. Jay Randall has Remember Titans at 1-5 on top by 2. Freddie Mac giving chase. Racing in second, Explosive Ridge towards the inside. Ground saving third, length back towards the inside. It's Only Money Honey racing in fourth as they round the fourth turn. Remember Titans still with the lead, showing the way by two. Freddie Mac trying to keep up in second. On the outside, there goes Explosive Ridge from third. 3/4 here in 1:25 and 4. Around the final turn, it's all Remember Titans striding out to a 4-length lead. Freddie Mac is second up on the outside. Here comes It's Only Money Honey, now third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And Remember Titans is long gone. Battle for second. It's Only Money Honey on the outside, followed by Freddie Mac. Deep stretch. Remember Titans in full command. It's Only Money Honey was second. Freddie Mac was third. Time for the mile, 1:54 and 1. Owned by the Kellogg Racing Stables and Jackie Green Stables. Trained by Jackie Green. Driven to a new lifetime record by Jay Randall. Have determined that number 5, Beantown Madness, did not reach the fair start pole when the horses were released at the starting point of the race. And as a result, refunds will be made on number 5, Beantown Madness. Once again, in the opinion of the judges, number 5, Beantown Madness, start pole when the horses were released at the starting point of the race. And once again, as this field is in motion. Eighth race pacers in behind the gate. And they're all from the inside. Precious Alexis tries for the lead. Right alongside Beauty is Blind from between horses. Techie's Angel A down inside. Turn the front around. Widest of all, there goes Chase the Clouds Away. Length back to Dashin' to the Beach A. Length back to Some Beach, Some Fra. And Troll in the field, Probert. Paddock turn the first time. It's Precious Alexis. On top, 3 parts of a length. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27 and 2. They're in the stretch for the first time. Driving up on the outside. Here comes Yonkers Raceway Invader, Techie's Angel A. And Techie's Angel A comes on to get the lead. Precious Alexis back to second. Turn the front around. Racing third. Length back to Beauty is Blind in fourth. Up on the outside. There goes Chase the Clouds Away. Racing in fifth. Boxed in towards the inside. It's Dashin' to the Beach A. Up on the outside, there it goes. Some Beach, Some Fra. And true on the field, it's Probert. Halftime goes in 56 and 3. They straighten out down the backstretch. Techie's Angel A is shown the way by a full length, moving up on the outside. Here comes Chase the Clouds Away now second. Locked in towards the inside, Precious Alexis chasing in third. Up on the outside, Some Beach, Some Fra racing in fourth as they round the fourth turn. Techie's Angel A has that lead. 3/4 on the board here in 1:25 flat. Around the final turn, it's still Techie's Angel A looking strong here. On the outside, Chase the Clouds Away. Up on the outside, 3 wide and gaining ground from the back pack. Here comes Probert. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Techie's Angel A. Far outside, Probert towards the inside. Chase the Clouds Away. Probert on the outside. Techie's Angel A. It will be Techie's Angel A in front. Probert up for second. Chase the Clouds Away was third. Trained by Lance Hudson. Driven to victory by Bruce Ranger. Driving triple for Bruce Ranger. Techie's Angel A. Pacing the mile in 1:53 and 1. Sortie, Hanover, owned by William McIlvaine Jr., driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 2 is Smooth Acceleration, owned by William Phipps, the driver marked third. Number 3, Tag Up and Go, owned by Lester Gilardi Jr. and Anthony Passafaro, the driver Sean Gray. Number 4, Issa, owned by Bill Rietmeyer, and the Jackie Green Stables, driven by Jay Randall. Mad Dog number 5, owned by Michelle and Jeffrey Nelson, driven by Drew Monty. Number 6, Jericho, owned by Linda and Robert Kenny, the driver Bruce Ranger. Number 7, There's a Demon in Me, owned by the Shigert and Alley's Racing Stable. The driver will be Leon Bailey. And number 8, Platoon Sealster, owned by Lisa Stewart. Brandon Parker in the starter has called for the horses. The trotters are making their way back to the starting gate. In motion. And they're off from the inside. Sortie Hanover kicks out for the lead. There goes Tag Up and Go. On the far outside, There's a Demon in Me comes away racing in third. Issa has dropped in fourth, a length back to Mad Dog, followed up by Smooth Acceleration Jericho. And trailing the field, it's Platoon Sealster. Paddock turn the first time. Sortie Hanover on top by a length. Tag Up and Go right there in second. There's a Demon in Me moving up towards the inside third as they trot by the opening quarter in 28-3. Passing the stands for the first time. Kevin Switzer Jr. has Sortie Hanover at 4-1 on the point. Tag Up and Go is second. There's a Demon in Me towards the inside, a close at third. Issa fourth, length back to Mad Dog, followed up by Smooth Acceleration Jericho. Platoon Sealster at the back of the pack. As they swing around the clubhouse turn, it's still Sortie Hanover cruising along on the front end, driving up on the outside. Here comes Issa on the attack on the outside now, second. Halftime goes in 59 seconds flat, heading toward that three-quarter mile marker. Issa on the outside, towards the inside. Sortie Hanover, those two heads apart as they round the far turn. Down inside, Tag Up and Go, trotting third up on the outside. Mad Dog racing in fourth, locked in towards the inside. There's a Demon in Me racing in fifth. Three quarters here in 126-4. They're on the final bend. Issa on the outside puts ahead in front. Sortie Hanover battles back towards the inside. Tag Up and Go chasing in third. There's a Demon in Me towards the inside is fourth. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home, and Issa draws clear, opens up by 2. Sortie Hanover back to second. There's a Demon in Me on the outside. In deep stretch, it's going to be Issa in front. Time for the mile, 156-4. Owned by Bill Rietmeyer and the Jackie Green Stables. 4. This field is in motion. Gate. And they're off. There goes McKella sprinting out for the lead. Down inside, Greystone Natalio. On the outside, it's first up. Comes away racing third, gap of a length and a half to the Charging Moa and followed by Sweet Sue. Length back to Green Hill Debatable Hilaria and trailing the field Western Step. Paddock turn the first time, it's McKella. She's got the lead by a length. Right there in second, Greystone Natalio as they pace by the opening quarter in 27-3. They're in the stretch for the first time. Bruce Ranger has McKella on top by a full length. Greystone Natalio tracking in second. First up a closer third. The Charging Moa and towards the inside, a ground-saving fourth, length back to Sweet Sue, followed up by Green Hill Debatable Hilaria. Your trailer is Western Step. As they swing around the clubhouse turn, it's McKella. Saratoga Raceway Invader on top by a length. Halftime goes in 57 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. McKella continues to lead. Greystone Natalio giving chase. In the pocket right there, racing in second. First up towards the inside, third up on the outside with a rush. Here comes the charging Moa and charging hard as they round the far turn. It's McKella, 3 parts of a length. Here comes the charging Moa and moving up on the outside, a challenge for the lead. Greystone Natalio towards the inside third. 3/4 here in 125 and 1. They're on the final turn. The charging Moa and puts ahead in front. McKella battles back towards the inside. Sweeping up on the outside, 3 wide. Here comes Greystone Natalio. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home towards the inside. McKella hanging tough from between horses. The charging Moa and widest of all. Here comes Greystone Natalio. Greystone Natalio towards the inside. McKella. Greystone Natalio coming on. Time for the mile, 1:53 and 4. Nancy O by Mach 3. Owned by Katie Flaherty. Trained by Candace Brandstatter. Driven to victory by Matty Ice, a third. Greystone Natalio pacing the mile in 1:53 and 4. The 10th race is official. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Greystone Natalio, your race winner. First up was 4th. The charging Moa N was 3rd. McKella 2nd. Sweet Sue was 5th. Hilaria 6th. Green Hill. The horses are on the track for today's 11th race finale. Aiken and Young, driven by Jay Randall. Number 2, Ubangi, owned by Jonathan Applebaum. The driver, Drew Monty. Number 3, Tabasco, owned by the DiStefano and Son stable, driven by Joe DiStefano. Number 4, Carson Hill, owned and driven by Todd O'Day. Paran, number 5, owned by Stewart, Wright, Wilcoxon, and Doherty. The driver, Bruce Ranger. Number 6, Muscle Ave, owned by Nicholas Siegel. Luke Hanner's driving. And number 7, LD's Yo-Yo Ma, owned by Emery Pelletier, Drew Campbell, and the Sulky. Post time for race number 11th and final here at Plainridge Park. And they're off from the inside. Ubangi quickly out for the lead. Far outside, there goes LD Yo-Yo Ma. Also on the move, there goes Muscle Ave. Comes away racing third. Omaha towards the inside, fourth. A length back to Carson Hill. Paran. And true on the field, it's Tabasco. Paddock turn the first time. Drew Campbell has LD's Yo-Yo Ma on top. Surging up on the outside, here comes Ubangi. And now Ubangi on the outside comes on to get the lead as they trot by the opening quarter in 28 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Drew Monty has Ubangi at 5-2 now on top by a length. LD Yo-Yo Ma back to second. Muscle Ave trots third. Omaha at the pylons up on the outside. Here comes Paran towards the inside. Carson Hill and true on the field. It's Tabasco as they swing around the clubhouse turn. It's Ubangi on top, driving up on the outside. Here comes Omaha on the attack on the outside. Halftime goes in 58 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. It's Ubangi with the lead. Omaha on the outside, towards the inside. LD Yo-Yo Ma. Those two heads apart, second and third. Up on the outside, Poise, second over and fourth. Paran locked in. Muscle Ave up on the outside. Carson Hill still true in the field. It's Tabasco as they round the far turn. Ubangi takes them by 3/4 here. in 127 and 1. They're on the final turn. It's Ubenji, shown the way by 2 up on the outside. 3 wide. Here comes Paran. Paran moving up on the outside. 3 wide now. Second towards the inside. LD's Yo-Yo Ma. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Ubenji set down for the stretch drive. Gaining ground. Center of the racetrack. Here comes Paran. Paran bearing down. Ubenji. Paran. It will be Paran coming on. Ubenji was second. Omaha was third. Time for the mile, 157 and 1. Trained by Michael Mancini. Driven to victory by Bruce Ranger. That is a 4-bagger for Bruce Ranger. Paran trotting the mile in 157 and 1.